bicycles live, the chat says yo. Cables twist like jungle vines, but the mouse pad centered perfect lines. Pale world tames and paleo seeds, Terraria caves where the torchlight bleeds. Fortnite drops when the squad rolls in, chaos on the desk, order within. Hey, it's Let's Be Go, variety king, from creature balls to fairy wings. Friends in the call, chat spamming hearts, neat little world in a messy art. Plastic art, laughing through the night, desk like a storm, but the vibe feels right. One monitor farms, one monitor fights, third one's memes from the chat highlights. Energy drink, tap, mountain grows, but the keyboard's clean, nobody knows. He'll build a palace, then blow it up. Squad revives him with the coffee cup. Every L turns into a tale, community laughs, we never fail. It's Espligar, variety king, from creature balls to fairy wings. Friends in the call, chat spamming hearts, neat little world in a messy art. Plastic art, laughing through the night, text like a storm, but the vibe feels right. Late night raids, Terraria boss, Palia festival, never at a loss. Fortnite clinger, victory royal, but the real win's every shared smile. It's spectacle, sunrise on stream, empty cans, but we're living the dream. Pal world, Palia, blocks in the sky, with the crew in the chat, we're flying high. Mystic word, chaos with a plan, hit that follow, join the fam. Neatness in the madness, heart on the screen. Mystical's the world, best place I've been. Oh.
And we are back. For those on stream, we are back in the game. And for those on YouTube or watching this later, we are starting a new video here. So welcome you all to the new recording. I am MysticalLandSlide, and we are continuing playing Minecraft today. We have been flattening things out. We are going to start as a mine colony. We're going to start into that mod and see how that goes. We have already looked in our past streams and where we discovered the abandoned mine colony up here. It is already set up. The only thing I cannot do is I cannot replicate the kind of garden park that they have right here because it's very unique. So I cannot one for one that one. But everything else I can steal all their resources that makes it up, and there's very few things that we will have to actually make ourselves to get that. So we will be doing that once we can get all this flattened out and ready for them. I tend to have square bases and so I tend to have square towns. So I like to make it at least a little flatter, and we will go with that and see how we can go. Yep, and we used up all the dirt in our inventory with that one, which of course we got plenty more to go. That's one thing when you go through terraforming like this, you are in no shortage of dirt. Yeah, I am down to 40s on that, so I'm going to have to start manually doing it. So we are just kind of going over with it. I do have a turtle shell helmet. And for those who do know about that in all the mods, the turtle shell gives you extra, and basically extra time of breath when you're underneath the water, which is handy to know. And of course, villager spawns there, or the trader, I guess you'd say. And it's that time of night where he turns invisible. And so as soon as he does that, I go to sleep. And of course he gets in the way. Yeah, I have the shoes that give me free step up. And that can get in the way sometimes too. And people wonder why they have a literal achievement about killing traders like that. You know, they spell it one way, but people act like it means the other. Oh, I am going to drown, or at least start to, so I don't want that. I am basically done over in this area. Technically the corner kind of needs to be straightened out a bit, but I'm probably not going to put my colony right up against it. I will probably start things over this way by my actual house. I'm trying to think, because the town hall will be over here. That's where you do a lot of the decision making and stuff. And we will try to get this to going. Kind of cut into all this. I mean, I have so much in my inventory, so it's not a big loss if I just use it for filler. Start it down here. So I'm pretty sure I don't have that much calcite left. There's so much that I used already. Yep, and that's that. We'll just even this up a little bit. Yep, of course. Quick on the draw there. I get an extra one. Yeah, making sure. Because if I do happen to use another builder's wand, you want it to be flat. Oh, yeah, these shells right here, they are free bone meal, basically. Which is nice that they added that in. Okay, we have just a random thing there. That's from where I was using the builder wand before. And it stops wherever the dirt stops, basically. And also, we want to do a reminder for everyone that Saturday is my 100 follower special. I was talking with a friend of mine, and we made a decision, because I got a bundle of games, and I'm going to be doing some giveaway. kind of at random times during it. And we have, guess you'd say we collaborated down to 2 specific games, which he suggested the one because according to him, which I've never heard this, so totally on him, he says, because I got Maneater, it is a shark game where you play as the shark, and that's going to be probably going to be like the big one because a lot of people know it. But there is also a secondary shark game on there. It's called, what is it, Death in the Water 2, I think it is. And it's where you are a diver and you're going down into the water and the sea creatures are attacking you. And if I read it right, you're hunting a kraken named Death. And I think you can upgrade your weapons when you're down there. You find like chests, and it looked to me like he was opening a suitcase. But I guess it's a way to upgrade your stuff. So that's going to be our second one. So I'm just going to make it a, I guess you'd say Carnage giveaway. So all the things are basically, Carnage based. Because you have sharks and all that. So those are the 2 planned ones that I'm looking to give away. We do have more, but I don't know them. I tried to look them up last night. One of them is a fast-paced FPS, and another one is it's kind of like a army game. Oop. Oh, there was a Psyduck, and I that's one of the few that I do know what it is, and I missed it in my own stream. I was too busy advertising. But yeah, if there is quite a bit of people, I will give away more than 2. But as of right now, the plan is just the underwater Carnage giveaways. We have, I think it's Maneater. Hoping I'm saying right. But it's a shark game. And it was popular several years ago when it first came out. And according to a friend of mine, he says that it's coming back. So he says that is a really good one to do a giveaway on, because potential streamers could use that if they're looking for a new game to do for their streams. Because he says it's starting to make its comeback. And I'm like, hey, if it's making a comeback, then I'll stream it. But I already have it, so I don't have to worry about that. So we'll be giving away at least 2, guaranteed. And with the potential of more. And that's just on the vague hopes that there will be like 100 people there or something like that. If it happens, I am prepared, but we are looking for just the 2 game giveaways. And the terms and conditions for it is you have to be a follower and you have to have at a minimum Discord, but I would prefer you to be on one of the servers that I am on. That way it's easy to find my name, because I'm not giving away my Steam information just to send somebody a code. So it has to be through Discord, just for safety's sake, because a lot of the games that I do play and stream are from Steam, and last thing you want is being hounded with friend requests. I know several of the people that I watch play Steam games, and they talk about having hundreds of Steam friend requests, and I don't want to do that. I like some anonymity in my my private life. Okay, so we will tighten this up over here. Luckily we can do it up on the ground, which is why I bring it up to 2 blocks high. Now as for what we're doing, that is still in the decision-making process. I asked some friends of mine, and Danny D almost instantly responded with a private DM with ideas. She had like 10 ideas that she sent me of things I could do. But since the majority of my content is just single player me doing stuff, I am thinking about doing multiplayer games. We'll kind of make it a multiplayer extravaganza. So we will see about that. We'll also see who can be there. I know Pickle is planning to at least be in the chat. I know Shadow is planning, but he's going to be out of town, so he will probably just be in chat. Don't know if he'll be able to actively engage. And we'll go from there. Because some of the things that Danny suggested sounded pretty fun. And a couple of them you can have a large group. So I thought that was really fun when me and Pickle got to hop in with Miss Netix on her New Year's. Which basically is doing the same exact thing. She had a bunch of fellow streamers and random people from her Discord server, and they all hopped in together and they were playing together. Now I probably won't be playing COD like she did, but yeah. Let's see. Danny says, wait, what? I jumped back in and just heard my name. And you'll never know what it was about because you wasn't here. It could be something very good or something concerning, which you'll never know. But no, I was telling people about how you'd give me ideas on what I might want to try for the games on my 100th stream. It's closing my stream, come to hang out. Oh, okay. Yeah. Now one thing I did like, I have played the, what do they call it, Gartic phone. I played that with a very, very small group of friends before. And it was fun. We had a good laugh playing that. So we may want to try that. I do believe it's free. And if I'm not mistaken, I think you can actually play it in a Discord call. It's one of the Discord games. So you may want to bring that up. We'll see. Now we will have to play it on somebody else's server, like Pickle or Danny's. Just depends on who the mass of us is going to be there, whose stream they're all in. And see, I should have the like really sad music that all the YouTubers use for stuff when I say that not everybody that I know is on my Discord server. And you know, you have the violin in the background, and you know, you have the person with the tear rolling down their eye. My poor little server just doesn't have the people like Pickles. But yeah, we will have to be on somebody's server that we can hop into a Discord call for. Oh, not fast enough. But yeah, also, if you all want to either stream it as well, or we can do a co-stream, I'm fine with that as well. Why should I be the only one getting something special out of the deal when you have a bunch of streamers. Hopefully, a bunch of streamers, we'll put it that way. I've never actually asked anybody if they wanted to join in. Okay, we've used all the dirt that was in our backpack, which was probably a few thousand. But yeah, so we are planning on having that, so you will want to keep an eye out on everybody's server, because I am going to give out a flyer that they can post if they want to. They're obviously not obliged to if they don't want to. I see, that's where you also bring back the sad music and say, only my friends would post my flyer. then you can guilt trip them into it. I've seen people do that, and my grandma was terrible about it. She could cry on command. It was horrible until you figured out what she was doing, and then it's like, who cares? It's just grandma. But yeah, the people who didn't know her that well would fall for it every time, because she was so good. Well, of course, she's had, I should say, almost 80 years of practice. Let's see. Got to find new game to play. Finished late today. More like orangey and uh-oh. The struggle of finishing games and always looking for the next new game. Exactly. Well, I am giving away at least 2 stream keys. Oh, you're not on. I am so forgetful that you are not on computer. It's on a computer. So, no, it is on Steam. But yeah, there are 2 games on there. Supposedly one is making a comeback, according to Shadow. So anybody that is looking for a new game on PC, we will be coming out with one for you. Because he says that people are starting to get back into it. Which made me think I may have to research it too. I may want to try and get in on this. More gold. Actually, I got one from Ray on Steam. Well, see, that's one of those things. You can wait until, or you can keep it in your Steam, and that's how I got the Long Dark I played. Oh, nice. Yeah, you can keep it on your Steam, and then when you get if it's too much for your computer, you can keep it back in your Stream account. Because unfortunately, these stream keys will expire only a couple of days after the stream. Which I was shocked at that. I didn't realize that they expired. So as soon as you get the key, you're going to want to try and put it on your Steam account. Because I did not realize that it's got like 4 days left after the actual stream. I'll have my new PC and be up and running on PC by February, March. Yep. So you can start building kind of a cache of games, especially through giveaways like this. And then when you get your PC, you'll have just a bunch of them you can start. I mean, you don't want to be like me and have like 400 plus games in your Steam account. Unless you're going to play them. But hey, that is content. If worse comes to worse, I will just dig back and get one of my umpteen games in the background. Oh, yeah, I do. Well, then, go for it. Mine, I was thinking about it the other day. I was trying to remember. I have had this Steam account, I think, since before 2015. And so that is 11 years, at least 11 years that I know of since I got my first Steam game. And I've had the wish list since before that. So, and of course I bought the majority of the games once I got my job, I was buying 10 and 15 games at a time from my wish list. I had like 60, up to 60 games on my wish list at one time. And then when I got my first job and I started getting paid, I was buying tons of games. Which is how I got my 400 games. For a while, a lot of them was the free games that are just free to play. But then I got a job and I'm like, I'm buying these because I will use them. So I'd hate to think how many games I bought within the first few months. You always have something to play. Exactly. And the thing is, the 400 games are just on Steam. That's not including, I have, what is it? Battle.net. I have Epic. I have EA, which nobody has ever seen the games on there yet. What else? And then I have CurseForge here that has several games on it as well, not just Minecraft. I mainly play Minecraft, but I have more. So yeah, I would venture to say I probably have close to 1,000 games. Maybe not super close, but you know, it's up there. At least 500 to 600 minimum. And that fish is okay. I was gonna say, I think that fish glitched out, was swimming on the top of the water. But yeah, I haven't even counted the games I have on the other ones. And I got a bunch of new games from Epic over Christmas for free. So yeah, that was good. They were giving away very expensive games. I was absolutely shocked. Because Hogwarts Legacy was a $60 game, and they gave away another game that was $50, and some of the other ones, they were 30, 20. I think I only got maybe 2 games that were under $10, but they all gave them for free. So there's a couple of them I may not ever use, but my thing is, it's free, so do it. You never know, you might fall on hard times and just need something to play, so you might as well. Okay, we have a lot of things we need to smelt, and not a lot of things burnable. I'll do the Ars Nouveau wood. Basically, as long as I have the sapling for it, you're good to go. And I believe the cascading is blue. And I know for a fact that you get a free blue sapling. So we can use that. Yeah, I don't want to make... we'll have to. I have to make more schematics. It's 4 of them. There we are. Now the reason I did that is one of the schematics you do have to make. I'm just going to put the pickaxe together. It's driving me nuts. That's a stone one. It's useless. One of the blueprints you have to make, because if I make armor, it has to have some kind of lining on it. So you're basically not just making, wearing metal. Anybody that knows that any kind of armor has to have some kind of something underneath, whether it's cloth or whatever, or else it will just chew you up. Your skin cannot hold up to just armor. So I do appreciate that they did make that a requirement for it. Okay, I have enough lead in there. I should, but I do not have flint. Now that I can run through there. But I do have these. And we have to look up the thing. There we are. I know what it takes. I will just make 4 of them. Yeah. Yep, right there. And then you unlock that and just stick it in there and make the andesite. Now when I go for making the armor, I do not make it as a permanent schematic. Just because how many times are you going to make armor is my thing. My thing is I should only have to make 1 set of armor. At least in the beginning. And it totally took up every bit of that. Okay, and we need... I will make 3 of these. I think it requires more than that. You have to make... right there. Lining blueprint. So you need string and these. So I made a little bit more, but that's fine. You do make the 3. And then you make all of that into that because you are going to need it. I have just enough. And 1 extra. Put that there. Now this is one of those you won't hardly use too many of the linings, but you will at some point. Because you can make other things besides, I made the basic, I made just cloth. You can make quite a bit of other ones. Anything soft technically counts. I have seen, because this one just gives flexible, and that's it. Knockback resistance. There are all kinds of things you can make with the lining. And you make the part, and because it's a temporary, you don't have to waste any space with it. And then when you put the lining on it, you just add the 2 together, and there you are, lead boots. Which if I had anything with radiation, I'd be set, because I have an entire lead suit. Unfortunately, I will lose some protection, and some of these extras I will not have the step height, because that is special to that, and it is not an enchantment. But it does have decent armor. Yeah, over half, so that's good. And I have infinite water breathing, which I lost some of it from the turtle shell armor. It's a sink. Yeah. There we are. It's a wooden sword. I do not need a wooden sword. Shockingly, it's not something I need. They technically have infinite water anytime you have a sink like that. It's using a little bit. Yeah, that's turned off, so the only thing that's using it is when I'm making stuff there. We have the potassium. So we'll add that back into it. Okay. We should probably keep this stuff constantly going because I have so much of it. And we also have so much uranium already. There we are. We will stick an entire stack of osmium in there. So whatever comes out at the end is the basic concept of what you can get with a stack. Okay, now our thing is empty there. So one thing I really need is more iron, because I need to make the iron upgrade for the stack enhancement. I might... Well, the thing is, I have so much gold now, I can do the gold enhancement for it. Because it takes blocks. Let's see. Yeah, you make the tier 1. No. Yeah, gold blocks. Now that does 4, but you have to have the iron one. It goes up in by tiers, and you can't jump tiers, unfortunately. You can't just start at one of the highest ones, and the next one after that is diamond blocks. So that's another reason why I'm doing so much with the cutting down trees and then turning it into diamonds that way. Let's see. Always on the wrong side. I have to remember it's stonecutter side. Now, if we are going to do the settlement, we probably should take this back to that wall at least. And the trader is still out there. He's waiting. That's the worst kind of stalker there can be, is a Minecraft village trader. They just sit there waiting and drinking their potions in their buckets. And we still have this. I was afraid of that because then it will cut down in there. I would lose everything. Oh, we are going into the dark. We do not need that. Luckily, we have tons of food. Or else there's no way I could do the vein mining like this. Now, unfortunately, I cannot reach under there. So I gotta use magnet. And you just get anywhere near it, and it will magnetize to you. Yep, there it goes. And the weird part is, if you have a magnet, now, won't necessarily do it with these, but if you have like the personal magnet, you can make it. I'm just not. That's my thing. That if you have a full inventory, everything will just float around you ominously. That is kind of cool. But I can't tell you how many times I went down into the mines that I've done, and of course you fill up so quickly, and I didn't have the room, and as I'm going up the mine, or the ladder for it, there's just stuff floating all around me. It looks like, it's like the people that had in shows that have like telekinetic? I think it is, whichever one moves the stuff, and they will have stuff like floating around them. That's the way I look going up the mines. It looks really cool. But yeah, It doesn't do that when you have just the magnet on your tools. Technically, that's kind of a, I guess you'd say, a lesser effect of it. And it's not quite like the personal magnets. Now there is one I do like to make, and that is the Britannia one. But that also takes iron, because you need the mana steel. Now that one's really good, and it's free. That's one thing. There are some kind of advanced magnets, but they require either power or something else like that. And the thing with Britannia, because it's magic, it just magically happens. I guess that's the way that they think about it. But it has, the Britannia magnet has survived through several of them updating and changing things around and changing how things work. But the Britannia magnet has still stayed around, and it's a ring of magnetism, really. It's not an actual just magnet, it's a ring, which is nice because now you have ring slots. They give you 4, at least in this one, and then the other ones they only would give you 2, so that would always take up one of your ring slots. Now that you have 4, it makes it a whole lot easier. Okay, that has taken quite a toll on the land. Oh, and I did it the wrong way. Of course, that only works with dirt because it's podzol. But it does still work for the land, so we will go with that. And definitely empty out all this. We have these that we need to eat. Of course, that fills it up. Typical. Okay, there must be... Yeah, there's a ravine hole here. Pokemon already escaped. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've done that so many times. All you see is the name, and you go put it in. It's like, oh, it's escaped. I'm like, oh, okay, never mind. Or you take the, what do they call it, the high road, and you're like, I didn't want that Pokemon anyway. There's, looks like an onion. Now those are, what is it? I believe it's mine colony things. And used to, if you looked anywhere except up in the sky, it would start like spamming notifications telling you it can only be grown in mine colonies. It was in the actual chat down in the corner. And that used to aggravate me quite a bit. I'm like, I know. I'm just trying to eat the thing. And you literally had to look up in the sky just to eat it. Dwelling on the fact that the temp is dropping outside. Now it's starting to rain. My daughter is on the way home. And I have to walk over to the bus stop. Yeah, let's see, at the beginning of the stream, it was 35. I just checked it a while ago. I want to see it now. It is 29. It has dropped 6 degrees. And now it's talking about snow. And I was late for a Pokemon. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's another reason I wish I had the timer for it. Or just a timer in general. If I could get one and set it up for like 15-minute intervals. I could do that as soon as I see one, and then people would be able to know the countdown for it. As a friend of mine has, I don't know if it's the actual timer that comes with, or was supposed to come with, the PCG game, but he has it. But he uses OBS, so I don't know if it's an OBS thing or something I don't know. Yeah, I know, crazy. Yeah, I know, crazy is Florida. People don't believe it gets cold here too. Oh, the one time they had snow and practically shut the state down. I remember that. They were freaking out over it. It has not snowed here in such and such amount of years, and people were freaking out, and they were having accidents left and right because nobody knew how to drive in snow in Florida. That happened, I think it was a few years ago. I remember that. It made like nationwide news. There was snow in Florida. But if a place isn't used to it, then yeah. Yeah, top half of Florida had snow last year. I think I remember that. I had a friend who lives down in Florida. I think he had mentioned that somewhere in Florida, God, I don't think he specified whether it was the top half or not, but he had mentioned it. Now, naturally, where he was never got snow, but he was letting us know that Florida had snow. And which, of course, my friend from California, who had never experienced snow before because they don't have it where he lived, he was just blown away. And of course, he's the one who moved here. And it was just, it was like seeing a child who had never seen snow before finally see snow the first time we had snow when he was here. It was, I guess on the one hand, you could say it was kind of cute because it was just like this mystifying thing of, magical white stuff coming down from the sky. And on the other hand, it was sad because he was 24 and he had only seen snow on the ground because his parents took him, or no, he was on a field trip with school and they took him to see actual snow. and he's like, I never experienced snow before until I was in my 20s. And it's like, oh my goodness. I get snow every year. There has been snow every year since I was a child. Then with him, it was the first time he had ever experienced it. It's like, wow. But it happens. He was in that, I guess you call it sweet spot in California, in the Bay Area, where they never get snow. The worst that they get is rain. Panama City Beach had snow on the beach. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I bet people were freaking out too. But it was weird because he would do, well, I would want to say FaceTime. It was on Discord. He would stream his, he did it with his phone. He was streaming his phone, what his phone was saying, and he would walk around his house, and it was weird how the dirt looked. It wasn't like real dirt. It almost looked like sand, but it was very sandy dirt from the looks of it. And now I had never experienced that before. And so it was always fascinating when he would walk around and show us how things look. I was too far away from my own sleeping bag. Wow. I'm totally not distracted. At least I did get to pick it back up this time. And the rain stopped and the zombies are on fire. All is right with the world. Another one. Oh, several of them spawned. And it's weird how if you can like get one, and if they're close enough, they will all come chasing you. It's almost like they... Oh, there's a spider. The first spider I have seen while playing so far. Oh. I got... Was that a special one? Because I got hexed with blindness for a second. Huh. It just said it was a spider, but I guess because it was carrying the armor that had that. It's a new one on me. See, I will take the sulfur. We'll fill this up and fill it in, and that'll be a nice backdrop for the colony. I'll have to take out those floating trees now. But other than that, we're almost ready to start mass destruction on the abandoned colony. And then we will be able to start putting it together. I think you have to go through like a re-establishment process. And the people will appear, and then they'll start building on stuff. And of course, then they freak out because they need this, and they need that. And it's like, you will get it when I get it. And not before. Because they get real needy in the very beginning. And they get very unhappy. Because obviously they don't have a home. So. Let's see. We'll fill that with dirt. So yeah, you do have to kind of watch it in the beginning because they are, I guess you'd say they're fragile, because normally as soon as it starts getting dark, they run for the house and it's fine. But they do not technically have a house in the very beginning. It's just like 4 people standing around a marker in the dirt. And you kind of have to protect them for the first little bit. That's one of the big things I had trouble with first time around. I actually had somebody die. A zombie snuck in and killed him because I started it too early. And I did not even have a bed for myself, much less them. So they got slain by a zombie, and there was a little tombstone-y thing sitting around with their name on it forever. So that's why I did wait to start this until I at least have somewhat established. Of course, there's a lot of gravel. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Fill in this because we don't want things spawning down below us, especially if you're going to have a colony. Any little hazard like that, it's horrible. The regular colonists cannot defend themselves, so they'll just stand there and die. And it's so aggravating. It's like, punch them. You got fists. But no, we can't do that. We have to stand here and be completely useless because we don't have a job. But yeah, when you try to give them a job, it's like, I have to have a certain level of this, and I have to be assigned to that. It's like, oh, yeah, I'm not gonna deal with that unless I just absolutely have to. I do, come on. not shapeless. Small tunnel. Do not want all that hanging in the back. Okay, now we do have this, but that'll be fine. Put all this away because now I can get my saw and I'll go back to taking out those trees up there. Then we gotta make us an axe. And the only reason I'm doing that is because the saw does not work for like pre-made things like this. That's already been cut. It only works on the wood. And only the things with, I think it said, at one point it did say it has to have like leaves attached to it, or the game does not recognize it, and so it will not do anything. I have tried it before. That was on another update. I don't know, and I'm just not going to try it now because that would be kind of a waste. So we will do it the old-fashioned way. Get us an axe and we'll vein miner. That's the easiest way I know of to take out a abandoned colony. That should work. No, I need to do it from the side. See if that works. Yes, so it's gotta be from the side, not the bottom. It doesn't recognize it as cutting down a tree when it's from the bottom, apparently. Because I tried that before and it was just doing one at a time. And of course it's gotta be up there. So we'll take out these. There was some dark oaks around here. It just gotta be from the Mediterranean forest, the way they've set it up. I don't mind dark oak, but it's a lot of the times when I've tried to grow them, it's diminishing returns. And about the only way I can do it decently, I guess you'd say, is if you put a dark oak sapling in the botany pot. And then you just get like, I think it's one piece of wood at a time, generally. And it's like, yeah, it's gonna take a while. I would have had to started pretty much as soon as I got the botany pots. Oh, broken. Not too bad. So we will be keeping it in this direction. Yeah, the bee did not come back, so it's definitely gone. Now the only way to get a bee to come back to basically an abandoned hive is you have to use, some things are specific, but it's generally, that's the wrong thing. Come on, pick the flower up again. You have to use whatever works for the bee. Some of them, it's like, what is it? I'm trying to think. For quartz bees, you got to use an actual quartz. Now they changed that. Oh, there, Mr. Lion has come to see us. Either that or he's hungry. That's generally the two concepts. Trying to think. Information. Bee spawning. Yeah, you have to use honey treats for basic bees. With that, we can get yellow, blue banded, or a green, which we don't have honey treat as of yet, though we do have the stuff to make it. Do the dark oak there. Got the food away, and we need sticks from this. Now I'm not going to do the oak. Wait, just trying to think. It is actually spruce that's up there, so it does matter with dark oak. Now the reason I'm not burning the spruce now, which I should have thought of that before. And I wouldn't have done it. Because I will have to still make the missing parts. And if they are based on a spruce colony, then I will need that wood. Now I can make a honey tree. I believe it is mixing honey with honeycomb. Yes. Now I can put it out front because I know there's a bee there. So I'll put it there. And it does give you a ridiculously long time. 12,000 seconds. Now I'm sure it doesn't... It's not as long as it seems, but still. It just seems like... seems ridiculous. So we will make a... let's see. We'll do this. I do want magnetism on that. So I do make it. I want to attract the blocks so I don't have to keep running them down. So we will do it like that. Yeah, it has 3,000 health to it, so if that doesn't do it, then I don't know what will. It is... That's the underground. It's this way. Oh, we have to empty out our backpack. That village up there can easily fill up a backpack. So we need flour, string and seeds. Gotta put all this up. It's amazing how much that can use. Celery, strawberry, the flour up. Do have string again. And compost. I probably should take some. Yeah, do that. Probably should take the thing is it takes 10 of those. And make my composting crazy chose violence today. I need 2 hoppers and 2 more chests. Good experience, my cold. Oh yeah, being up there in Canada. It's even worse than here. It's unbelievable, but it is. I have to break these 2. And just because, I'm going to put that down there, make it look fancier. Okay, now you put the chest there, break that, put the one up there. And the hard part, this one's easy, it's putting it up there. Getting it to that point is the hard one. You have to aim the exit spot. And of course it's dark over here now. Put it on the front. Why is it so dark? I wonder if I could do that with a chest. No, but I can do it on the jumbo furnace. I'll just have this magical light on the side of the furnace. I wouldn't know where it came from. So now it will automatically feed into it from there using the hopper. And then that hopper will suck it out and put it down here for bone meal. I don't think we have any extras I could show you. I do need to put this over here for more fuel. Yeah, see, now we've hit a point where it's not... Oh, it ran out. Duh. Let's see, what does it need for that? It needs more of these. I actually need both of them for that. And 8 iron. If I remember right. You go to the factory, put one of these in. And there you are. Yeah, you have to fill it up with these infused, what are they? Infused alloys. And you circle it with them, and it upgrades it to an advanced, which gives you quite a bit more space in them. And you can, it's basically like the cables that I've upgraded. Right in front of me, you can see the green one that turns to blue. It goes from green to red to blue to purple, and I think it does something other than that. Okay, and for that, yeah, you need osmium. That's the missing ingredient, which I have plenty. Put that up there. There we are. So you put these in the middle. And there you are. An advanced one. So you go from 64 to 256, which is pretty good. And you do have a quest for it. Ah, let's give me some of the basic circuits, which I do not have any of those. So then you put this back in there. And then I gotta turn it on. That's the thing, you gotta flip the switch. And it'll start building. Now the power will start going down by quite a bit. Because that thing is a monster when it comes to taking power out of things. And I don't have anything else going at the moment, which I can. That is aluminum oxide. It's platinum. That goes down there. That's what I hate, the chlorines and all that. It hides. I swear it does sometimes. Either that or I'm just not looking at it. But we have, yeah, we still have a few things we gotta put away. Do the fluorite. Technically I can come over here. Coal ore. Now that's something all its own. Now usually you can use the coal. You put that in here and it breaks it. You get tons of it. Normally, instead of charcoal, I would use the coal because the first recipe did not allow you to use charcoal. But apparently they've updated it a little bit. Now whenever we do, if we ever do get enough iron to upgrade, I have more than enough gold now that I can use it. I'll put that in the, got my dank there, which actually I can open this up. We can make us some more furnaces. I'm always just a little bit short. And I'll put that in half. Still a little short, but it works. It's enough I can still put it back in dank, and it works. And we need, technically we could use another one of those, I'll actually use charcoal to make charcoal. Not the first time I've done that. Okay, there. Yeah, it shows you. It's pretty fast, which I can appreciate that. Okay, we got that full. And how full is this? Only 4,000. Okay, now we have, of course, one more. Rotten flesh, which you can turn into leather. That's kind of a side way of doing it. I went out and found the leather because you have to have the drying basin, which is right there. And it makes it pretty quick. I was surprised. Nope, wrong way. No, I was actually on the right way to go to the village. Or the colony, however you want to say it. I interchange them, so you're liable to hear 10 different things with me. It's whatever happens to be floating through my brain at the moment. There it is. Shows it on the map, which I can actually break that waypoint as well. Now, I hope they have fixed the glitch with waypoints like that, or waystones, because loading a bunch of stuff. Used to, when they first brought the waystones in like that, you can plop them down and it will teleport you back to it, and you can use it just like your normal waypoints. Yeah, it's got to load in everything over here. But then, on one of the updates, when you try to use or try to place it, it would place it like on you. And I'm like, okay, I can kind of get out of this. And like in the same block as you, and it's weird. And it glitched me out a few times. I'm like, okay, I can do this. You know, move a little bit, get yourself out of it. And that was fine. But when you teleported, it teleported you inside of it. And so you were just stuck and you'd have to break the waystone and all that. So I'm hoping they have fixed it. Otherwise, it's going to be very annoying. And then the waystones become basically decoration. I'm just going on outside, doing vein miner, taking down the... And unfortunately, they do not just do everything is connected, even though they are spruce. And it's just doing the specific ones. And these ones that are used for it. Actually, what I should do is you gotta break the main thing. Yeah, it is a little bit slow, but it does have a lot of hit points. So we definitely need that. Especially with all these that I've got to break. Okay. Now I'm not sure if maybe that was part of the problem, but oh, yeah. You got a furnace for it. Hay bale. And the thing is, if you can break a campfire with silk touch, you get it back. Yeah, these spider webs that show you that it's the abandoned one, of course. Floating. And use sword with that. Gives you string. And luckily, because I have the iron handles to them, it's attracting it to me. So I don't have to chase it down like I normally have to. I'll do that. Oh. think those are supposed to be... they look like tables to me. So I'm assuming that's what they are. And me, I just stripped the whole place. I think the gravel is also to tell you that it's abandoned. Because I think normally it's cobblestone. Okay, yeah, these are made of stone, so I can do that. Didn't think I thought it was moving pretty slow when I used the axe. Normally, the axe works pretty good. But since those are framed cobblestone, that's why I was having an issue. I'll get all these base things. Then I can move up. Take that out. And now we start with the wood. Yeah, these framed spruce planks are annoying because they try not to... They don't do more than one. But you need tons of them. And the thing is, when you're making them, they're even more annoying because it has to be perfect. Because there are several different ways you can make stuff in it. And then I took out half of the roof on that one, thankfully. Probably shouldn't have taken out the floors when I was until I got to like last. But I wasn't thinking of that at the time. And it doesn't even recognize these as being the same because they're not in the same position as each other. And we will look at it here at the end, once I have everything, to see how much inventory space one building takes. I know the first time I did it, oh, it is actually full now. And my stuff is hovering around me. Yes, this is one building, and I'm not even done yet. So you can imagine building one yourself and how much it would take. So we take the axe. There we are. And of course there's one on the other side. Take the sword. There. That's basically making the, that's the chimney top. Is it? Yes, just high enough. Get every little piece I can. Now, I don't know about some of these fences. I don't know if they're necessary for the actual inn or restaurant, whatever you want to call it. But I take them anyway, because they're free for any that's missing. Oh, we got an ad starting soon. Okay. Now we put all this up here. This is all that it takes for a single building. Now you can imagine why I wanted the, and these are stacked. So it's like 1.5 stacks on all these 90s. So you can imagine what it requires. Oh, and because I don't have, I'm taking the gravel, even though I think it's supposed to be cobblestone. I think it's supposed to show how deteriorated everything is. Which it does a pretty good job. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Looking at it, you got spider webs on half the stuff. You got gravel all around it. It's like, yeah, it's pretty dilapidated. And there's a few I missed. I'm using a torch to break stuff. I do probably need to make some kind of magnet if I'm going to be doing this. Kind of just out of, let's see. I don't have the Britannia stuff to make theirs. I think I have, probably have enough I can make it out of my own stuff. It's acting like there is something over here. Oh, it is. It's because it's down here. Yep. Well, that would not be good for me to have made the base up here anyway, because of that hole right there. That, and there's a Stargate address right in the right in the middle of the base. I don't think you can necessarily break them, so it would not have done me any good. I knew there was one right there. Huh. There. Okay, this is the builder's hut. Takes it a while because it wants to make, I guess they want to make sure that if you're going to break it, that that's really what you want to do. Oop, come on. Hit the wrong button. Oh. Take that out. Yeah, the thing is, there will be monsters that spawn up here during the dark because I am taking out the torches. So you gotta be careful with that. You gotta make sure to bring your sleeping bag. That way you can keep up, not have to worry about that. Because that's the worst thing, is you turn around and you know it's gonna be a creeper. It's always a creeper. And then we take out the fireplace stones. Now, I'm not sure about the coarse dirt, if that is required or not. Some of them have interesting requirements that they have to have. And that's, luckily it's stacked. Oh. Forgot one post. So I didn't have to use up any more room than I had to. We'll move on to the mine. Which I have to say, it looked pretty cool. Whoever designed it was pretty smart, as they look like what they're supposed to be. And it's nice having the mine first thing, because they use so much cobblestone for things. So if they can produce their own in the very beginning, it's definitely helpful. It wasn't sure where it wanted to go. Okay, we'll do that. It does give me free torches though, so that's always a plus. Now the thing is getting back out, because I pretty much take everything. So you will have to find, okay, yeah, there's steps up, which is good. I'll take these and that, and I think all that's left is string. which is really cool how they dig the stairway down and all that. Oh, I missed something up there. Yep, missing a little roofy part. Now there wasn't a lot to the mine, and basically all it does is that center part, it just goes down more and more. So it's not too bad. That place is not habitable. That is where Elsa ran off to. Oh, when she created her ice kingdom. I was thinking, yeah, it's an abandoned village. No, he's talking about Canada. Context. Gotta have context. You exaggerate. You never know. Oh, it's a hay bale. And campfire. You have just a random spider web. Yeah, that does better. Of course, you know, Pickle would never exaggerate. He's totally not known for that when he plays games. Guess what? What? Guess what? The smoochum escaped. Nobody caught it. That's what. Which I have never heard of that Pokemon before. But I figured it would be something like that. That was supposed to have a notification go off. I may have broke it with the emote wall that I allowed up there. I have to check that out. Because I tried to keep it so that they could both run at the same time. I used it too much? No, it has nothing to do with the... Oh, yeah. It'll be 5 seconds after that. Because all of the emotes. I forgot that it even does that. It may have just lagged behind. It's still work in progress, so no worries. Luckily, it's one of those things I see, and since it was a redeem, it comes up on my feed, so it's still there. Now, unfortunately, we are coming to the end, so that will be tomorrow's game. I might save enough, so I have you do an entire week of COD. Well, see, that would be that'd be an awful lot, because when you redeem like that, it only does for one segment, which is an hour and a half. So that would be quite a bit. Just to stick it to haters. Yeah, so it'll be 20,000 per stream. That's dedication. Piece of cake. Oh, yeah, if you watch long enough. Yeah, there's some people on a friend of mine's stream. They have like hundreds of thousands. And I'm like, wow. I never thought of saving that much up. Of course, then they started teasing him, saying he didn't have good enough things for them to redeem, but he has way more. And a lot cooler than I have. That was a stream where I got a custom Pokemon fusion picture made by one of his artist friends, which was really neat. Now, to say that I would do that again, probably not, because the one was all I needed. So it was a worthwhile 100,000 points, but not something that I would repeat because I only have maybe 2 Pokemons that I even remotely like, much less want to fuse them. Okay, we got the top layer. Now I will probably come back for these beige. They do make awesome roadways. Ray needs a really expensive redeem reward. I have tons there and I want to burn through. Exactly. I think that's part of the, I guess you'd say it's the everyday struggle of a streamer, is coming up with things that people can use their points on that actually burns through them and feels worthwhile as well. Because that's mine. I can't do, tons of the sound alerts that go on and on and on because I have to watch for the issue of copyright strikes from YouTube. So that's always a thing with me. And so I always worry isn't engaging enough. So I don't know. Oh, that will take everything from up here. So, and if I can get on a slab, I can. Oh, it kicked me down anyway. We'll do that. Then we gotta. Yeah, it's. Yeah, it has to be only the ones that are facing the same way, which is really weird. Whereas on like, I hit the wrong thing. Like the builder's hut, they were all facing the same way, so it was easy for me to go through them. But this one's got to be different and have conflicting sides. Oh, I gotta eat. Don't want to burn myself out. Yeah, and you can see why I made it out of obsidian, because we are almost through my axe. Just doing all this. So it takes quite a bit, but it also saves you so much. Just in materials. Could you imagine the number of spruce that I would need to do this? It's insane. Yes, I know my inventory's full. It's full of flowers and grass now. Because I keep hitting the wrong thing. Yeah, it's getting dark. I need to... And you can hear it. They have a different sound to them. Yeah, stuck in a stinking spider web. Okay. You gotta fill it all this up. Oh, this is just building stuff. So all these seeds and things, they're getting X'd out. Because I was not up here for that. Now sleep on the floor. Sleep on the floor I cleared out. And then, see, now Yes, I saw you, wheat seeds. We just didn't want you. I have to do pickaxe with these, and it works so much better. And that one did the same thing. Put it there, okay. Now it's just these table things and some of that. Yeah, so we have cobble on the floor. Luckily, it's cobble and not stone, because that would be terrible. You'd carve half of the mountainside away if they did it that way. Okay, now, yep, got that. Take the wheat, or a bundle of wheat, I should say. We need the soak touch for that. Catch you later. Got to go cooking dinner and watching His and Hers. It's a good show on Netflix. Oh, okay. Yep, I was getting ready to quit here in a little bit anyway, because I'm on my second thing. So we'll talk to you later. That's for sure. Oh. Pretty much after I chop all this up. Well, the sound alerts work for Danny. And she uses a bunch of emotes too. It must just been Pickle's thing. Going through the first, second, and thirds. One of these days I will have a community that cares about it. The thing is, I really don't care. But it's fun to tease about it, because you know that there are people out there that just get so crazy about it. I give everyone a chance. Oh, don't give everybody a chance. Take it first. By now you should know
Oh, cool.
nobody cares.
I can do magic. I can cause chaos.
Precisely. My life's motto if I ever got magic. Okay, let's get this gravelly bits. Oh, don't tell me that I will at the beginning of the stream every time. Hey, that should be competition. They should be here first, and they should be redeeming the spots. So it's not your fault. It's theirs for not thinking of it first. That's the whole reason it's there. It's supposed to get people to want to be here and to want to be first, because it's bragging points. You are first, second, or third. So, quicker you can do it, the better. It's one of those unnamed competitions that is secretly in the background of the stream. Now, I'm not sure how the one guy that I watch does it, but he has a notification on it. That was not smart of me to do. Of how many times somebody has gotten the first, second, and third. Leave nothing for no one. Exactly. But he has it. It will tell you how many times you have been the first, second, or third. And then it tells you how many times in a row you've gotten it. Now that's something I would like to have, but I don't know if that's a custom thing that he has or what. Because I know he does have people that make things for him. But that would be nice to have. A button sitting on a spider web. Makes sense. There, get one higher. And broke the ladder. Let's see. Get the axe. Take out. Oh, come on. It's going to be difficult for me now, huh? I'll get the ones I can get. Oh, of course, it's got to be like that. And you can kind of. You can do that. It's frowned upon because it kind of cheeses the whole thing. And there we are. Yeah, we're going to do it again. Because I didn't learn the first time. Ooh, there's a lot there. I didn't know it went that far down. Come on. Wow. I knew it went down a ways. I did not realize it went down to that far. That's why your watchtower cannot be over the water, or else they will be guarding a pool. Okay. Well, we have almost the whole town in our backpack. I think there isn't any over here that I've seen. Oh, magical flower. So we are down to just this last low side, I think. Yeah. So we have... forgot what that was. That's warehouse. That's what it is. Down to the warehouse, the residence, which has 2 buildings to it. I thought that there was just one. Then I got to looking at it. No, it's a stable. That's why it looks like that. One more watchtower. Over crude oil. Okay. Some of these things, you just kind of nod your head and go with it. Because it doesn't make sense. I'll take at least all of these were up here for me to take. This is in way better shape than the other one. I think it's because they just, when it spawned in, it just kind of sit it here because it was over oil. And it really wasn't thinking, you know, it's going to have all this stuff here. I don't... Oh, of course I broke that thinking. I don't remember actually having spider webs on it. So this was a whole, intact guard tower. But it was just set here because it's floating above everything. Yeah. And so all this stuff is down here. Huh. Yeah, we didn't bring any regular dirt. So now I'm swimming in oil. I'm not from Texas. Took out everything with that one. And we'll just take out these little bits. I want to get this done. Oh, that is a bee of some kind. Kind of hovering over. Is that a blue bandit, maybe? Wouldn't surprise me. And you do actually have to make them beds, which is nice. Oh, and there's one back there. Two, actually. Okay, there's that. Take out fireplace now. Although the fireplace is just a campfire. And there's the axe. And we'll kind of take out the campfire, which it's not expensive to make, but it is annoying to have to make one for everything. So that's why I take it with me. Just in case. Now we might be able to do this before we finish. I don't want it to be too long. But I also don't want to save it and have to start over again next time, doing the same exact thing. So it's one of those, you gotta balance out what's worth it and not. So I probably will finish taking the town, and then I'll go back. There's a cobblestone that did not get taken. Ah, more oil. No wonder. There's that. Oh yes, those shingles. There's just a bunch of shingles. Pops in my inventory. Yeah. Wheat extra. Yeah, trying to make those is a bit annoying. This is a big one. It looks like a oh, what do they call it? Kind of like the, makes me think of the dojos for like the old styled Asian things. Looks really cool though. But they're hard to make, because I have had to do it before. When I started from nothing, I had to make all of that. It was a little on the annoying side. Put that there. Eat up. Now that actually may be a water bee. I got to thinking of it. And there's like mining bees. Oh, it's cuckoo. Never mind. If it was like, oh, what are they? I'm trying to think what they call them. I can see it in my mind, but I can't remember it for the life of me. They come from a reed nest, which is basically just sugar cane. I gotta take all these fences as well, because some of them require fences out front like that. And it just saves so much. Okay. It'd be funny if it takes an entire pickaxe to scavenge the mine colony. But all the material that you scavenge is all the material that you don't have to make next time. So and there's that villager over there. I bet he's getting worried. Oh, his abandoned neighborhood. It just vanished. Probably wondering if his house is next. I did see him turn around. So I wonder if they coded that in, that if you do that. Or it could just be timing, which wouldn't surprise me either. There we are. Yeah, it's a warehouse. Now the warehouse is important because the courier cannot store stuff necessarily at their place. So they have to go to the storehouse, take it out of the storehouse, and then take it to the colonist or whatever that needs it. Which kind of, oh, of course. Which kind of seems like it. It's right there at the corner. Come on. Right at the corner. There we are. And we have tons of string, which we was needing that for a while. And the string that was holding the torch up. Oh. Oh. Well, I guess we're gonna take out the gatekeeper. He's running. He's doing magic to get his health back up. Yeah, he's doing regeneration. Go back to your own house. On the plus side, he does not count as a good person. So I guess he was neutral with the whole reputation. That was regular dirt, not coarse dirt. Yeah, because some of them do require coarse dirt. And that's, what is it, like dirt and gravel mix, I think. At least it used to be, we'll put it that way, in one of the mod packs. Because they had a thing where you could make your own. So it almost took, what was it, 3,000 blocks? But there's a couple, was it 100 and some, that was wasted with the hitting the grass with ultimine. That was on me, but I almost took out an entire pickaxe on just the village. I'll put these away. And I filled up about half of the backpack, which is not bad. Now, if I really wanted to fill it up, I can take up all these roadways, which I probably will at some point. Just not right now. Okay. So, we have taken all the buildings I can see. Those are robins. And all that's left is the park and the waystone. And we have taken, yep, oh, one thing. Let me guess, I'll be just too short. Nope, we got it. 84 string from the abandoned colony. Alright, and with that, we are going to end it for today. We'll do our ending scene there and bring over the Twitch so we can look at rating somebody. Let's see. Yep, GG Pickle. We are going to raid Sakuna. He just started, from the timing of it. So that'll be a nice surprise to the start of his stream. Alright, for all of you who are either watching Twitch later or watching on YouTube at some point, that is going to be it for me, and all of my socials, I guess you would say, are up here on the screen. We got my YouTube, of course, Twitch, my X, and then my Discord server, which I can tell you I am almost always on Discord at some point, unless I'm asleep or driving, we'll put it that way, just to be safe. So my server there, you can generally find me. I'm either on it or I'm on Pickle's server. Either one, chatting with somebody. And so with that, we are going to start this raid. We're going to hop over, see Sakuna, as Pickle would say, watching the pros do some Fortnite. So that's going to be an interesting one. And with that, I wish you all a wonderful day. And we are going to do this raid. Have a good one all, and goodbye.